Into the Heart of Advent, Chapter 24, Be Here Now. Our reading is from John 1, verses 10 to 14, and I'm reading from the King James Version of the Bible. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Christmas begins for me with the BBC broadcast of carols from King's College, Cambridge. But the thing is, there's more than one version. Every Christmas Eve it's transmitted on BBC One on the telly in a form carefully chosen and modified for popular tastes in the modern world. Meanwhile, on BBC Radio 4 you can hear the original traditional version with the bidding prayer that emerged from the travail and sorrow of the First World War. Let it be our care and delight to hear again the message of the angels, and in heart and mind go even unto Bethlehem. That bidding prayer was written by Dean Eric Milner White for the first occasion this service took place in 1918. As if the heart-stopping beauty of the original form of words were not enough, there's another tradition to the annual ceremony of carols at King's. The service always commences with Once in Royal David's City, the first verse sung unaccompanied by the solo treble voice of one of the young choristers, a child. In preparation for this very special act of worship, all the choristers learn and practice the song. Silence descends on the medieval chapel, and you can hear on the radio the faint susurration of many people gathered, all waiting quietly together, invisibly transmitted along the airways like the communion of saints. None of the choristers knows which of them will be singing the opening solo, until the moment comes and the choir master points to the one he has chosen. Every one must be ready, but only one will sing. The choristers say it is at the same time terrifying and an honour you treasure all your life. I make up the fire and boil the kettle for a cup of tea. I draw the curtains against the day that is already navy blue. I sit down beside Jesus on our battered old sofa and make sure we're tuned in to Radio 4, then mute the sound until it's time for it to begin. I suppose the ministry of Jesus must have started in something like the same way. He grew up in Nazareth, son of Mary, learning carpentry from Joseph, the first of a straggle of brothers and sisters, playing with the other boys from his village. Like every Jewish child, he observed the law and the Sabbath. He heard the scriptures and memorized the psalm chants and learned about the longed-for Messiah who would come one day to set his people free. What was the moment, I wonder, when he saw the finger pointing steadily at him. When did the kairos come, in which life whispered, now? Was he afraid as he stepped forward into his destiny? Did it help to know himself the chosen one? I ask him, whatever was it like? On this holy night, when he came into the silence of a waiting world, among the stars and the shadows, the firstborn of the girl who gave her fiat to the angel, what did he know? Jesus, the light of the world. Jesus, blowing reflectively on his tea, as he always does, says, it was the same for me as it is for everyone. There are the terrors and agonies of whatever we are called to, the things we think we will never get through. And perhaps we do not entirely. Life leaves us scarred. It is our scars that become the badge of who we are, even when we rise again. But each one has her task to undertake. Each one has his place in life that makes the pattern complete. We anchor the light wherever we are, too close to see the unfolding of the pattern. We do our best. We respond to God's call on our lives. We, I say, you identify yourself with the blind struggling of hampered humanity. Well, yes, says Jesus. That's what I came to do. I wanted you to know that whatever life throws at you, I am there with you. When you sob, crushed, in the midnight hour of your Gethsemane, I am there. When you lie helpless as they hammer in the nails, I am there. When you surrender to the strong, muscular spasms of childbirth, I am there inside you and with you, bringing my light into the world through your patience and courage. I am involved in humanity, and humanity is involved in me. I am with you. That's what it means to be me. You can find me in whatever place you find yourself. In a prison cell, in a funeral parlour, at the workbench of a factory, walking along the road where you live. I am there. I am with you. And yes, here he is, sitting on our distinctly shabby sofa in the living room of this semi-detached Victorian house in East Sussex. It's true. He is here. Jesus nudges me and nods at the clock. I think it's starting, he says. I think this is it. I lean forward to unmute the speakers on my laptop, and it's time once more to bring every power of our heart and soul to wait upon the uplifting voice of this little lad who holds the melody for hope to make a new beginning.